comment,
and subscribe for more content.
Where's the notification bell?
It's to the right of you.
Oh. What's up, guys? It's MD Shady from a Funko Podcast, back at it again with another great video for you guys today. Today we'll be opening up a WhatNot package that I completely forgot that I ordered. But before that, don't forget to subscribe if you're new here and hit that little notification bell to be notified when future content like this video gets released. But anyways, guys, let's check it out. So, like I said, I will be opening up this package that I got. I made a couple different orders on WhatNot about, I would say it was almost a month ago at this point, and I did open up one of the pops because I received it a few weeks ago, and that was the Pina Colada Slurpee that was exclusive to 7-Eleven with the glitter, which was a really cool pop, and I kind of forgot about that one as well. But this one I actually completely forgot about, and I don't actually remember what's inside, so let's go right ahead and crack this thing open. So I guess I will get a little closer to the camera now, and I'm going to open this up with a paint spatula, I guess, or like a spackleting spatula, because this thing is actually pretty sharp and it does get through tape quite easily, just like that. And we'll go ahead and get that. I won't show you my address. So here we go. We do have, whoa, we got like some cardboard from what they're putting in here. It seems like there's a ton in here, which is actually an interesting way to pack a pop. I've never seen someone do this. It seems a little redundant, because why not just use, like I see newspaper a lot, obviously bubble wrap is a go-to, using a sorter is nice, but this pop actually is in a protector. So let's go ahead and check out what this is, and it's very dusty now that I look at it because of all that cardboard, so that's kind of weird. Yeah, there's a lot of different cardboard in here. I'll show you this empty box now. Some cardboard, it looks like hamster shavings or something almost. So the pop we have here, I'll dust it off very quickly for you guys. We got some plastic on the protector, which is nice that they actually put it in a protector, and there's some kind of note here, so I'll put that to the side for now, and then maybe I'll show it off later. So here we have it. The pop that I picked up is the Toy Tokyo 2019? Yes. Toy Tokyo 2019 San Diego Peter Pez, which is so cool. You guys know that I love the ad icons, and I do have the Mimic the Monkey, and I also do have the blonde Pez girl down there with my ad icon. So now I have the Peter Pez, so I'm pretty much like complete. I don't know if I'll be buying more of the Pez pops unless they make something very cool, but dang, the Peter Pez is sweet. I really like how he has the actual Pez of himself in his hand, which is in pop form as well. Now, I don't remember if they've actually made the Peter Pez Pop Pez, or if we only have this one, and I believe there is another Peter Pez with a little bit of a different color variant. But this thing is actually cool, and now that I think about it, this is gonna have to find a spot on my, I guess, shelf and a half of ad icons pop, so we might as well just go ahead and reorganize my ad icons collection. Okay, so we have the Peter Pez, and if you take a look at my ad icons collection, I have them pretty much set up by number by the most part. I'm pretty sure they are actually all set up by what number they are in the set, obviously starting off with my most oldest, I guess you could say, with the Tony the Tiger 3000 piece Funko Shop exclusive. And then moving on to more, I have some of like the 2-packs up here, the Metallic Green Giant and Sprout 2-pack, and then Snap, Crackle, and Pop. And then I have Colonel Sanders up here. Even though he is in the icons selection, I feel like he really is more of an ad icon, considering, I mean, he is the face of KFC. This is number 52 in the set, which means he actually has to go in between the Little Orphan Orange and the Coca-Cola Polar Bear. That being said, all of the pops below Little Orphan Orange will have to be moved one selection over, which goes on to my next section where I do have Simpsons pops. I have some game pops with Sly Cooper, Sonic the Hedgehog, and then ad icons there in the hundreds. So one of the pops, which will end up being the Hawaiian Punch Punchy, will actually have to come over to this shelf so that they can all shift over, if that makes sense to you guys. So I guess that means now that I have to start taking some pops off the shelf, and like I said, I really have to start with this selection because that is where Peter Pez will go. So I guess I will take off this top row, because this top row will stay the way that it is for sure. Then moving on to the second row, this is kind of where things start getting a little tricky. So I will take the Mr. Owl, because he will end up shifting over, and I will place him by himself. Then the Coca-Cola Bear will end up going into this spot technically, but because there's pops underneath, I do have to move those out, so I will have to take this whole row off the shelf. So now that I have a blank shelf, I actually do have a couple pops hidden here, which are the common Energizer Bunny and the common Smokey the Bear. Because I have limited shelf space, I only display the 2 flocked versions of these pops, which only makes sense to me. Why display both of them when the flocked ones are just heaps and bound better than those 2? So now basically I have to kind of do the math and kind of form a puzzle on the ground of how I will display these, because it is, what is it, 1, 2, 3, 6 pops by 3, so I have to figure out which pops are going to fit on here once I add the Peter Pez. And then there we go. Now we have those pops kind of set up in perfect position for now until, of course, I were to get, let's say, number 40 in the Add Icons lineup. But I think this looks good. Peter Pez is a nice addition to the pop Add Icons shelf that I have here, but we do have this Smokey Bear flocked pop that came from this selection, which now needs to be the pop in that corner, which means every pop needs to be moved over kind of one position and then moved over to the second shelf. So let's go ahead and organize that shelf. So there's one simple way to do this when you're organizing a shelf like this, and that's taking out this row and kind of placing it on its own. And then I know that the Punchy from Hawaiian Punch will be the pop that ends up getting shifted over to this shelf. So I kind of set that one away, and then I can move all of these pops over like this, which makes things quite a bit easier when you're moving one pop onto a new shelf like this. Birdie will come down here, which is really nice because I do want Birdie to be with the rest of this set. Unfortunately, the Rock Out Ronald McDonald still is on that kind of layer above it. And then, which is really cool for me, like I was kind of talking about earlier, is now both the Jackbox pops are right beside each other rather than being on separate lines of the shelf in different corners. So that's awesome for me. I don't know if it's like an OCD thing, but I definitely want those 2 pops to be right beside each other. Australia exclusive Diamond Collection Ronald McDonald, which DK actually did get me for my birthday, is there. And then finally, Smokey the Bear comes in beside the Chester Cheetah. I still do need to get a couple variants of the Chester Cheetah, and then obviously this will have to be reorganized again, but I think this is actually looking pretty good. And like I said, we do have Punchy left over, so he needs to make it over to this shelf because I do have the Add Icons down here like I talked about. And this is going to be a little bit more difficult because we do have a couple different sets here. We have my whole big shelf of Simpsons pops here, which do end down here. Then we have Sonic, and we have the Add Icons, and then we have the one Sly Cooper, which actually makes things a little bit easier because since that is kind of a standalone pop with the rest of this, I could probably decide that that's the pop I will be taking out to replace with Punchy. Now we have taken off the 2 other Sonic the Hedgehog pops, and we are left with Punchy, which goes right beside Fred Flintstone like I had said. So now that is set up perfectly. I don't have to worry about that bottom shelf because nothing will be adjusted there. And now I just go ahead and replace these pops. Okay, so now those pops are in position, and this is kind of what it takes to just put one pop in a collection, which it's kind of a lot of work for one pop. So most of the time I really do, when I get like a new Add Icon or I get a new Simpsons pop, which are 2 of my biggest collections, I guess you could say, I kind of just set them aside for a while until I usually have a few pops. But because I only got this one pop in the mail and I didn't really remember about it, I figured I might as well just adjust my shelves now. It's okay, I think it does look good. So let's take a pan over my Add Icons collection and obviously what's down there for Add Icons and see what it looks like now. So there we have it. There is my newly editioned, I guess you could say, ad icons collection, and I think it's really cool. I mean, I love the ad icons. It's definitely my favorite thing to collect from Funko because, I don't know, there's just so many things that you grew up with, like I said, Tony the Tiger, Buzz Bee, so many different things, and I'm really enjoying some of the stuff that they've put out that I haven't really exactly enjoyed. One, for example, is the Jack Box Pops. I've only been to Jack in the Box once in my life, and that was in 2009, way back in the day. I think I was in like South Carolina or something like that when I was on my Disney trip. I've only been to Disney once, and we stopped at a Jack Box, which was so awesome. I just love collecting the ad icons for that reason, and I think that the Peter Pez is a cool addition. The Pez Pops are awesome. Now I do have 3 of them with the Peter Pez, the Pez Girl, and the Mimic the Monkey, and maybe I'll get a couple of the different variants down the line, or if they end up doing different characters from Pez, I think that would be cool as well. But so far, those are the 3 pops that I have. So that's all the time we have for you guys today. If you like this video, don't forget to smash the like button. Leave a comment in the comment section below and let me know if there's a pop from the ad icons that I don't have in my collection currently that you would like me to pick up. And if it's in the budget for me, maybe we'll make a separate video of me picking up that pop. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new here and hit the little notification bell to be notified when future content like this video gets released. But anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Peace in, peace out.
Follow us on all of our social media platforms on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at A Funko Popcast. If you want to check out some of our other content that's featured on our channel, you can click either the playlist that's on your screen right now featuring previous episodes of our weekly podcast, A Funko Popcast, or we have suggested a video for you guys in relation to today's video.